Imagine this. You wake up, check your tech news feed, and instead of Silicon Valley or Tokyo, all the headlines scream, Riyadh launches new AI hub. Dubai partners with NVIDIA. Abu Dhabi funds next-gen robotics. You might pause and think, wait, when did the Middle East become the new hotspot for global tech? Well, here's the wild truth. It's not just happening. It's accelerating fast. And no, it's not just about oil money anymore. This is about a calculated, future-focused move by the region to become the center of the next tech revolution. So, if you're curious why global investors are packing their bags and heading into the desert, stick around. Because what's happening in the Middle East right now might just change the entire map of global innovation. Let's talk numbers. First, let's kick things off with a reality check. According to artificialintelligencenews.com, the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, is already projected to inject more than $100 billion into digital economies over the next few years. Saudi Arabia alone, they're putting $200 billion into tech transformation, from AI labs to quantum computing, and even digital twins of entire cities. Yes, we're talking about places like NEOM, a planned futuristic city built from scratch. And it's not just one country doing this. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, is building what they call the AI nation. Abu Dhabi's sovereign fund is backing everything from climate tech startups to blockchain infrastructure. We're talking about NVIDIA, Microsoft, IBM, and other heavyweights already setting up operations in the region. So, no, this isn't a drill. Wait, why is this happening? That's the golden question. Why would a region once known mostly for fossil fuels suddenly go all in on futuristic tech? Simple. They saw the writing on the wall. Fossil fuels won't last forever, not economically, and definitely not environmentally. So countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE are doing the unthinkable, pivoting their entire national identity toward technology. Let's take Saudi Vision 2030, a bold national initiative that's not just a fancy brochure. It's a detailed, funded plan to make the country a hub for innovation, digital economy, and entrepreneurship. They're not trying to be the next Silicon Valley. They're trying to leapfrog it. What kind of tech are we talking about? This isn't just about chatbots and cloud storage. The Middle East is investing heavily in AI and machine learning, robotics and automation, smart cities and urban digital twins, fintech and blockchain ecosystems, space tech and satellite infrastructure, clean energy and sustainable tech. Take Abu Dhabi's hub. 71. It's an innovation ecosystem that provides startups with funding, mentorship, office space, and direct access to regulators. Think of it as a startup cheat code. Or look at Dubai's metaverse strategy, which aims to create 40,000 virtual jobs and add $4 billion to their GDP by 2030. These aren't just goals. They're already moving. Let's talk infrastructure. Now, what makes all this possible? Let's talk about the backbone, infrastructure. Saudi Arabia is spending billions not just on fancy buildings, but on fiber optic backbones, data centers, cloud facilities, and sovereign AI models trained in Arabic. This gives them both digital independence and cultural relevance. The UAE is building green energy-powered tech zones and campuses to attract global researchers, coders, and engineers. And here's the kicker. Unlike older tech ecosystems that are bogged down with legacy systems and red tape, the Middle East has a clean slate. They're skipping all the slow parts and building smart, scalable systems from day one. Why global investors are all in? If you're wondering why SoftBank, BlackRock, Sequoia Capital, and a dozen other giants are rushing in, here's the secret. It's about predictability plus ambition. These governments don't just throw money. They create clear 5 to 10-year roadmaps, complete with KPIs, funding channels, and legislative support. They're offering tax incentives, regulatory sandboxes, and, most importantly, a government that's actively part of the tech ecosystem, not just an observer. It's like Silicon Valley in the 80s, but on steroids, with sovereign wealth funds. What this means, globally. Here's the real impact. The global tech map is getting redrawn. We used to talk about innovation flowing from the US and China. Now, it's coming from Riyadh, Abu Dhabi, Doha. This means more competition, more opportunities, and, yes, more risks. If you're a startup founder, investor, developer, or even just a tech enthusiast, you need to pay attention. Because the game is shifting, and fast. The wildest part? This is just the beginning. If you think the hype is temporary, think again. The Middle East is not looking to rent space in the tech world. They're trying to own it. And with the kind of resources, leadership commitment, and global partnerships they're forging, they might just pull it off. And if they succeed, the next unicorns, the next AI revolutions, and the next breakthroughs in sustainability might not come from San Francisco or Seoul, but from the desert sands of Arabia. Final thought. This is more than just an economic shift. It's a cultural reset. A region once defined by oil rigs and petrodollars is reinventing itself as a laboratory of the future. And whether you're excited or skeptical, one thing is certain: you can't ignore it. We're witnessing one of the boldest rebrands in modern history, and we've got front row seats. So the question isn't, will it work? The real question is, are you ready for a world where innovation rises from places we least expect? Like and subscribe for global tech and AI insights.